In this video, I will try to explain in the simplest and easiest way possible how artificial intelligence works. The first and most important basic concept to understand when talking about AI is that basically what artificial intelligence does is making predictions. Large language models or deep learning seem very complex concepts, but in the end they are still machines that make predictions, and this is something we have been doing for decades. The concept has become very popular in recent years thanks to ChatGPT. Scientists through AI try to emulate the human brain as much as possible. The human brain is made of neural networks, and AI also uses neural networks. Now, think of a child who is trying to learn words and a language. Once he learns the word car, he associates everything that has wheels with a car. So at first, any vehicle with wheels is a car for him. However, once he learns the other words such as motorcycle or bicycle, he associates these vehicles with the new words. There is no need to explain exactly what a car is. The child learns through examples. This is how neural networks work. We give the computer an image and a description. We do it again and again and again. The computer reaches a point where it does not memorize all the images that we give it, but generalizes. It takes the common elements of each image. In this way, if at a certain point we show it an image that is different from all the ones shown previously, it will still be able to recognize that it is a car, because it has generalized all the elements of the images that we gave it before. Now AI is not only able to recognize what is represented in those images, but it is able to generate new ones. This is generative AI. Generative AI takes models, generates new content by identifying common patterns in the huge amount of information it is trained on. One of the misconceptions around generative AI is that people think that these models work like search engines, like Google. In reality, they do not. Models like ChatGPT take previous output and use them as inputs to create current outputs. So they use the information they were trained on. AI developers know how these networks are connected because they design the models. But even they do not know exactly how generative AI works. It would be very complex to describe what is happening inside these artificial neural networks, why they are at work. An artificial neural network tries to emulate the human brain. Our brain is made up of a huge neural network. Scientists build a digital version of this. You can take these digital neural networks, you can train them to recognize and generate videos, images, or text. But why can't everyone do this? Because it requires a huge amount of data. When it comes to AI, the most basic concept is machine learning. Machine learning does this mainly. First, it makes predictions. It predicts what comes next. For example, if you provide an input like A, B, C to the machine, it analyzes the pattern and then provides an answer. You take a model, you don't write code so that the model does what you want. Instead, you train it so that it can learn by itself. Let's take a simple example. Let's take an image. We want the machine as an output to tell us if this image contains a car. So the answer will be yes or no. If we were to solve the problem using a different approach, from machine learning, so using a traditional approach, we would have to write code manually and tell the model exactly how it should behave. Instead, if we use a different approach with machine learning, we aim to write a structure like a neural network that is able to understand by itself if the image contains a car or not. So, unlike the traditional model, we don't write code to tell the model exactly everything it should do. We train the model with a series of images, and we associate the information car to each image that contains a car. And the model establishes by itself a set of rules to understand if the image contains a car or not. And through this set of rules, it is then able to make accurate predictions. At the end, we explain to the model how to learn and the model updates itself. This is the key concept. The computer performs tasks, jobs without the programmer providing precise instructions each time for each task. Another key concept is the algorithm. The computer performs tasks and solves problems through algorithms. The algorithm is a set of instructions. For example, if I want to make bread with peanut butter, the algorithm can be: take a knife, then take the peanut butter jar and open it. Take a certain amount of peanut butter with the knife and spread it on the bread. Algorithms may seem similar to recipes, but they are more detailed, complex, and can even have other algorithms as steps. Generally, AI is built on complex algorithms and can generate others on its own using the information provided.